One night while having dinner in Chengdu, the capital of the Szechuan state in western China, Chris and I found out about a giant stone Buddha carved into the hillside in the legendary city of Leshan. Now I've got nothing against giant Buddhas, and neither does Chris. So we headed to the bus station of Chengdu and bought 2 tickets to Leshan, a small city that's about 40 kilometers southeast of Chengdu. Now since we are on a budget on this trip, Chris and I decided to travel 3rd class, which is much cheaper than a regular bus ticket. But then we found out there'd be Jackie Chan movies playing on the bus, so we decided to upgrade our tickets and enjoy the ride to Leshan, watching old awesome Jackie Chan movies in Chinese. Chan movie?
Let's see, bathroom back there, who knows?
So we were off down the road on the way to Leshan, enjoying the lovely rice paddies and road signs and bleak countryside of China for, like 2 hours or so. We got to Leshan and were immediately harassed for, transport. This guy had like a bike type thing where he pedals around, and it was pretty cheap. I don't remember what it was, but it was cheap. Anyway, it was pretty nice riding on that guy's bike thing. So we got a little ride-by viewing area of some of the action in Leshan. We got to see how Chinese really like to hang lights and stuff from their trees, which is cool anyway. You know, like anywhere you go, that's pretty cool. And we found out that Chinese heard we were coming. And of course, they brought out the full band ensemble to welcome us to Leshan. We watched some people train for the 2012 Olympics coming up in London for a while, but then we decided to find a hotel. Luckily there's not that many to choose from in Leshan, and they all have bright neon lights everywhere, which like I said before, that's pretty cool, right? Neon lights. We found this awesome room, like right in the main part of town, pretty cheap, came with free tea too, so that's pretty darn good. I think it was around like maybe like $7 each a night. We were on the 17th floor though, and that's just the top thing you can do pretty much anywhere in the world, you know, getting high up in the building. Anyway, we sat around for a while drinking our free tea, soaking in the wonderful ambiance, and then we headed out and got some dinner. We got some like weird kind of beef thing sauteed with bell peppers, and then a weird soup broth that I insisted on full of vegetables. Had a nice dinner. And it's back to the hotel, get a little sleep, and we'll get up early to go check out the giant Buddha on the side of the rock that Leshan is famous for.
Giant Buddha.
Giant Buddha in the morning.
All right. No.
The next morning we got ready and then headed out to find some breakfast. And what a breakfast we found. Jiaozi, these amazing little dumpling things that come in a steam tray. The best thing in China, at least in the top 3. And yeah, also like some seaweed or something and broth, which yeah, you know, why not, right? When in Rome. Before going to search out the giant Buddha, we decided to take a little boat ride to get a feel for our surroundings. Down on the riverbank, we found these guys. Now it's pretty cool in China because you're really always going to get surprised. For example, swimming in a probably pretty filthy, freezing river in the middle of kind of a city, you know, they're athletic. They don't care. They'll do it. Another nice thing about the Chinese is they really don't put up with a lot of our horseplay and kind of BS like we can get away with in America. It's good for Chris and I who lack discipline. They keep us in line.
This stuff dries pretty quick, right?
Nope.
Yeah? Oh, let's go.
Get in the boat. Time to go.
Time to go.
So we're headed out to that island. Adventures Unknown. Our new vessel. The Boat of Madness. Onward.
We sat on this boat without really knowing where it's going. But hey, who cares? It's a boat ride. We're being deported back to America.
Sitting on a boat to the States.
But first they took us to this little island at the confluence of the rivers where we could get out and stand around.
Say goodbye to everything you once knew.
After about 20 minutes, boredom really set in, so I decided to go over and figure out how to get tickets back to the mainland. The ticket over here costs 1 yuan, and the ticket back costs 400 US dollars.
Just when you think you got a good deal.
Hey, at least it's the most beautiful island I've ever seen.
We'll have to fend for lobsters. Catch them with our teeth.
It's a free-for-all out here. There's no laws, no order.
Cannibalism's coming up anytime soon here.
They found out about our leprosy and sent us to this island.
Pretty meaty, so.
We negotiated the terms of our release, and were allowed to get back on the boat. So we crossed the river, headed back to the mainland, and tried to figure out how to take a bus to the Buddha.
We are making a U-turn. Damn it.
We are the only ones on the bus too, which is usually a bad sign, but it'll be okay. Oh,
End the line.
The Buddha? Oh,
I think we missed it.
oh, that's our. We should be on that one. Okay.
The Buddha?
We're on TV.
Hollywood.
Right. That's about as much fun as it gets. So I suppose we just kind of wait.
I swear the map made it seem like a dead-end road to the Buddha, but what do we know? We can go find some leeches in the rice paddies. Leeches. They are just bound for Hollywood. Hollywood.
Right. After 4 or 5 attempts on the wrong buses, we finally made it to the entrance of the giant Buddha. Before you get to the Buddha, you pass through this little fishing village area, and then you get to walk through a temple with golden Buddhas, and then there's about 1,000 statues that represent all the different kinds of human emotion. Pretty cool. Then you come out and go down by the riverside where there's this awesome bridge. Chris thinks all this yellow stuff is rice. He might be right.
I've never harvested my own rice. We tried in the Back Bay once.
So now we have a new mission. Find out what rice looks like.
And where the actual little kernels come from. Pods, flower stems.
As Americans, we don't really like to know where our food really comes from.
Yeah.
We just like
on our plate.
Lots of it. We crossed this totally awesome bridge, went up the hill on the other side, and then finally reached the staircase that goes down to the giant Buddha.
Looks like there's a lot of different.
You come around the bend at the top of the stairs, and there it is. The world's largest stone Buddha. Beautiful. Hey Mom, it's the Buddha! Hey! Hey! Move along. Construction of the Buddha, that took over 80 years to complete, began in the year 713, during the golden age of the Tang dynasty, the dynasty most famous for its delicious orange drink. The Chinese monk Hai Tong built the Buddha in hopes that it would calm the turbulent waters that plagued shipping vessels traveling downriver. Ironically, so much stone rubble from the construction was dumped in the river that the currents were indeed altered by the statue, making the waters safe for passing ships. At 233 feet tall, the Leshan giant Buddha is the largest pre-modern statue in the world, whatever that means. One of the nice things about traveling is when you go to a famous spot like this, you just kind of watch what everyone else is doing and then join in. So, at the risk of upsetting other deities, Chris and I observed this local custom, got on our knees, and prayed to the giant Buddha. So if you ever find yourself in Szechuan, China, go to Leshan and see the giant Buddha for yourself. We think you'll enjoy it as much as we did.
It's grander than I.